Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am NIK NIKAM. I'm going to share with you some of my experience taking this Texas life and health insurance exam. I spent approximately 2 months to prepare for this presentation. I was given the option to use the STC training program. I was given the option to use this STC Securities Training Corporation training module, which I used, and I'm going to tell you what else I used, and I'm going to compare some of the differences. I also had access to Kaplan's life and health insurance manual, which is an exceedingly important piece of material that will be helpful in preparing for the presentation. I went through this entire Excel, the STCA program, and one of the things I found here is that they have multiple levels of menus, and also I didn't get a complete manual. Maybe I couldn't find it. But Kaplan has a complete manual, about 550 pages. So I would like to see a textbook where I can always go back and refer and see where I missed the point. But here, everything is in multiple screen layers, which kind of made me sort of having to go back different levels to find an answer. But nonetheless, this is a great program also, and they claim extremely high rates of success, like 95% or more. So I would say I learned a great deal from this STC program, and also use their questions after each chapter is done, and that was quite useful. They also have these flashcards which help you to come up with the definitions or answers and immediately look at the response and see if you have been right or not. They also have on-demand videos on every chapter which you can watch. And also I found that they have this complete PowerPoint presentation of 360 slides for health and life exam. This will be extremely useful. One of the things I would say you need to memorize is one of the things that you need to memorize or create a cheat sheet is dates, days. Everything that is in numbers may appear as a question. Let me give you, for example, you are involved in a disability. You have to inform the insurance company within 20 days. They have to send you a claim form within 15 days. Then you have 90 days to fill out your claim form. After that, the insurance company has 60 days to process your claim. And if you have any legal action you want to take against the insurance company, it is between 60 days and 3 years. So every one of these dates are going to be a fair question on the board exam. So make sure you have a chart of every date and time schedule. Grace period, I thought it was 30 days, and every time I put 30 days it was wrong. Grace period is 31 days. What I'm trying to say is everything that is in numbers, memorize it or create a cheat sheet so that you can know exactly what those dates are. When are you eligible for Medicare? When are you eligible for Social Security? What is the waiting period for disability for Social Security to kick in? It's 5 months. No idiot would know unless you read it. So these are all some of the things which I've been in the medical field. I dealt with health insurance, disability insurance, and retirement for myself. But I tell you, what I knew and what they expect in the exam are two different worlds. So forget about all your background knowledge. Read the book. Read the entire book. Make your own notes. And that's what I found very useful with the Kaplan book. Let me bring it up here, the Kaplan book. Here's the Kaplan book. The most interesting thing is it's about 545 pages, but it has the entire life and health, disability, everything put together in one concise location. That's how I was used to learning medicine, using 2,000-page medicine books. That was our Bible. That's where we got all our first-hand information. Whenever I wanted to look back, I would go back and look at the book. But when these other programs where they cut piece in little bit screens, and then you have to go out multiple layers to get to that one, it makes it difficult. I'm not saying it's not good, but I'm just just saying, I am used to this type of a thing. Like, for example, you read a chapter, then you come up with a question here. Like after each chapter, you got like 15, 20, 30 questions. Then you answer these questions, get the answer key here, then you go back and reinforce yourself so that what I did was I made notes and made notes of all these questions which I answered wrong. So the second time went back, I focused on the questions which I had answered wrong and go back and look at the description. First of all, see if I can answer it correctly. Second time after it's been for like 2-3 weeks, and see if I answered the question correctly. If not, go back and look at the explanation and make a note of the explanation so that I'm reinforcing myself about the mistakes I have done in the past. So I found this book to be very useful. Talking about exam hall. Okay, better have a jacket, because when you go there in the morning, either the heater is not on or the air condition is not on, so you don't know what the temperature is. Number 2, when you start the exam, it's going to be kind of a weird feeling. Even though you know the answer for the first question, when you click on that, you're not sure. Did I do it all right? Did I do it okay? And you sit and ponder for a minute, then all of a sudden you realize you got only 1 minute a question. Then you realize you got only 1 minute per question, so you better start moving. You don't have time to sit there and think about 3 different options. So when you read the question, if it's a long question where the question is 3 lines and each answer is 2 lines long, there is a key word. 2 of them are wrong. Only 2 of them may be plus minus. So that's where you have to kind of tie the question with the answer with the 2. So you're left with 2. So you have to guess, and if you can't guess it, just click on move on. So that's one thing I said. If I was answering right, even though some of the easy ones, the numbers which I had memorized, they came out okay, but that was not enough, because, for example, continuing education, you have to pay $50 fine for every hour of missing continuing education, which I had memorized. But then they added to that, then you have to give a $100 reinstatement or some other fee, which I hadn't paid attention. So if there is a number, find out all the other numbers linked to that statement, so that, because that's how they're going to trick you. Focus on and read every word. Even though you think you know the answer, you can click and move on, don't do it. There is one word in the sentence that is tricky, which we could have overlooked. So read the entire thing like a kindergarten kid, because you want to get that answer right only one time. The other thing is, I find out that these except questions, forget the word except. All these things are right except. That means forget the word except, because our brain is not functioned to think backwards. We're not looking in the rear mirror and driving the car. We're always looking in the front. So this stupid question of except needs to be converted into a positive statement. And that is, all of these statements are true. So let me say, first statement, true, correct. Second statement, true, yes. Third statement, true, no. So that is the except. So some of these tips may be useful. And finally, when I was sitting in the room, I felt like I didn't answer maybe 30% of the questions. I was not confident as to what the heck was going on. Then after that, they have this series of surveys you have to do. I was really frustrated. So when I walked out, she said, how did you do in the exam? I said, I'm not sure. Can I have my wallet so I can go? She said, oh no, you did fine. You got 88%. First of all, we have no idea how we are going to perform before we get into the exam hall. When we get in the exam hall, you cannot be certain that you are doing confidently. It doesn't matter how much you have studied or how much you have memorized. Number 3, when the result comes out and they say, you passed, that's it. Just close the chapter, go home, take a nap, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching, and please do leave your comments, and we'll see you next time.